I'm looking at the dream right now. So congratulations.
Here at the third Black Ambition Demo Day, Pharrell Williams, sir, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it. Congratulations, too, on making it to year 3 of this initiative. When you get to year 3 of something like this, how does it feel?
It's awesome. I think more and more, I just try to like take myself out of the forefront because I just want like these Black and brown ideas to get the shine that they deserve. They're the ones that's really, they're keeping it going just as much as our crew and staff.
Yeah.
It's really these great ideas.
Yeah. So take me back. I mean, 2021, 2020, what was that in 2020 that we see after George Floyd died? You know, you had about 50 companies at the top companies that committed $40+ billion, right, to help racial inequality. What did you see after 2020? Now that we're in 2023, have we regressed at all when it comes to funding Black businesses?
Well, it's funny you say 40 because I remember the number being more to the tune of 66. A lot of it felt like marketing, if I'm just being honest. And it's interesting because a lot of like charities are headed up by the marketing departments of a lot of corporations. And as long as you do the work, I mean, yes, but we need it. We need the real change, and the thing is we can't keep waiting. Our parents and their parents and their parents' parents, for them, equality was number one. And for us, equality is absolutely on the list, but, equity is more powerful than equality. Because with equality, you're asking for an acknowledgement of justice and fairness. With equity, you don't have to ask for anything.
Yeah.
Because it's yours.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. We want more Black and brown ideas to be supported, by the strategic scaffolding of mentorship, resources, and an opportunity, in their fair share of light under the sun. And it's crazy because you would think that like Black and brown ideas are like a new thing, the way that it's portrayed in the media. But Black and brown ideas are not new. I was just saying this tonight to the audience, the pyramids, it's a Black and brown idea. All the way to now, you think about the GPS systems that like we all depend on in the world. That was a Black woman, Gladys West. And I'm not sure how she fared. I believe that she fared well. But there's not hundreds of thousands of stories that are authored and created and conceptualized by Black and brown ideas where the people have equity and ownership. And that's what we're wanting to change, is that part.
Yeah. Take me back from when you was a kid. When did you first know you wanted to be an entrepreneur?
I did not.
You didn't know at all?
I didn't know what that word meant.
When did you discover what it meant?
When I first started really making money. And then, you have bankers talk to you, you have the investment people talk to you. And
yeah. That's funny. I wake up this morning, right? First thing I see, this Tyra Banks clip rolling around. It was you, Slim Thug, sitting next to each other on the couch, and you were so enthusiastic about what you had discovered Slim had did, right? Being independent, making money. And at that point, you were like, yo, we do business differently because of what he is. What that moment, was that when you...
that was amazing.
Yeah.
That's still like one of the highlights for me. Because he was a millionaire before I met him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's still doing well. If you look up Slim Thug right now, he's still doing well. He did a thing, it's like a month ago, and he was like, every day he was showing a different car that he had. They're all Black. He was just showing all of his cars. And he's not just like car rich. Like Slim puts a lot of money away. He's been doing that since before I knew him.
Yeah.
You know, so if you see all those cars and you know that like he's doing his thing, it's amazing.
Black ambition.
That is the Black ambition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you think about where we are now, 2023, hip hop at 50, right? I mean, this is your core. It's where you come from, right? And some people may think it wasn't celebrated the right way. What do you say?
Oh, I don't know. That's not where I didn't think about it that way. I just saw how blessed we are to have this opportunity at such a crazy, divisive time.
Yeah.
The opportunities for Black and brown ideas are not drying up. They're becoming more plentiful because even the powers that be, some of the ones that are, how should we say, racially conservative folks, even they know we are where the profit is. There's no denying that. We influence it, you know, and I think they're also realizing they can't use that word minority. I mean, how can you be the minority when you make up your DNA makes up a huge portion of this world? And we influence a lot. It's kind of like where the wind blows. It's like the Black taste, Black and brown taste. It's a beautiful thing. And across many genres. And so the idea that like we can actually have equity in some of these things and some of these tranches that we influence, it's beautiful, even in the most trying of times. You know, all these trials and tribulations that we're all going through. It's like it's still beautiful that like we have this opportunity, and I'm just so excited that like something like Black ambition exists because it just shows you, you know, the intellectual prowess is at an all-time high. There's no going backwards.
Here at your demo day, you saw you out on stage. You were out there for a minute.
Yes,
and when
sir.
you were holding those checks and seeing all those Black entrepreneurs, Hispanic entrepreneurs come to the stage.
Yes, sir.
What did you feel?
God is the greatest.
Was that the feeling because you were able to provide and help these Black entrepreneurs, you know, get some capital, take their business to the next level?
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Everything you just said. That's amazing. When I was growing up, I never seen nothing like that. Nothing. We were staring at a television, just completely unaware, oblivious. And I grew up at a different time. You know, we had like cable boxes, and if your parents couldn't pay for the cable, then like, you know,
Would get cut off?
It'd be cut off. And then you get static,
Yes.
you know. But look at us now.
I know.
And this is just the beginning.
Yeah. Your CEO, I was at your dinner on Wednesday, and your CEO, Felecia, has just said something that kind of shook me a little bit. She said this particular initiative is a return on investment for our ancestors' sacrifice. I thought that was powerful. You said she Jay-Z'd you with that line.
Oh, because she has the bars.
Yeah.
She is one of the best speakers I've ever heard. She motivates me the way that she sees things. She's such a value. For her, Jermaine, the whole squad, they're just different, man. Those are different kind of women, bro. You know, and you think about it, like, for her to speak the way that she does, and I don't mean because she has one of the most amazing, you know, vocabularies ever. I hate when people are like, oh, you know, you speak so intelligently. Like, oh, what do you think? That's not what I mean. I'm saying the way that she can motivate people with her, you know, because she's an empath, you know, the gravity on Black women is like 3 times as much as anybody else in this country.
Yeah.
And to be able to speak with that kind of load on your shoulders, to be able to orate and like change the energy in the room and motivate people and make them really believe in their hearts that they can do and be anything they want to be. And she ain't even shook your hand yet. That's powerful. I adore her and I admire her so much.
Why did you hire her as a CEO? What made you, what did you see before you even met her that you knew she was the one?
Well, she comes her resume is well decorated. I mean, she's been changing lives. We're
Like
lucky
Tech
that-
Week, absolutely. Yeah.
we're lucky to have her.
Yeah. When you looking at now where you are, where is Black ambition going? Let's fast forward to 2030. Where do you want to see it by the end of this decade?
Onwards, upwards.
I heard the 90 million plus that was, funded out.
92 million.
92 million. Where should that number be by 2030?
I'm crazy. North of $1 billion.
Speaking to existence, right?
It's too low. Oh, okay. Oh,
North of $1 billion.
yeah.
I like that number. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she was saying like, oh, it's too low.
Yeah.
All right, 2-3 billion.
Yeah. 2024, what is Pharrell Williams looking at? There's a lot that's going to occur, right? We have an election year coming up. Politics always tend to shift things and shift narratives and shift motives and shift company, their objectives. And as you said, we had a lot of marketing that was done between 2020 and 2023. What's 2024 looking like for you?
I'm not a politician, but I think we should all be prepared.
For?
Just getting our business in order. I think we should be galvanizing. We should be sharing the codes amongst each other. And we should be supporting each other's businesses.
Yeah.
And that way, it doesn't matter who's in office. We'll have our own buildings.
Expand the ecosystem.
Why not?
Absolutely.
That's what they do.
Yeah. You got a lot of entrepreneurs out there. I want to let you go and I'll get you out of here on this. Right?
Yes, sir.
Jim Collins, he's always written one of my favorite books, Good to Great. And I look at your career as a whole and I see all the things you've done. I mean, when you think about collaborations, that's how you had to make a living, right? You had to be a master collaborator. You did it with Jay, Nori, Despicable Me.
Yes, sir.
I'm from North Philly. I remember when Clips and Ab Lava rolled through Blumberg Projects when my mother was born.
Wow.
And that whole neighborhood was just shook because they saw you, they saw Clips, they saw some people come through that just changed them, right?
That's
I was
crazy.
there.
That's crazy.
North Philly.
That's
right?
crazy.
Ab Lava, 6ix9ine, Don.
That's crazy.
Oh, that was a good collaboration, right?
Wow.
That was a great collaboration. What is the difference? Or how do you go from a good collaborator to a great one? And you've gotten some great collaborations, LVMH, Chanel, the list goes on and on and on. What's the difference between a good collaborator and a great one?
A good collaborator knows how to make it work and enjoys it. A great collaborator knows how to reduce and pull back their energy to allow someone else to shine as bright and be comfortable to get the best out of them. Not everybody can deal with having equal energy in the room. And so for me, for people who are really like super alpha, I become more of a mirror than I am anything else. And I'm helping them to see their blind spots without pointing them out. I'm just being a mirror. I think that's the greatest in collaboration, when your energy is not impeding on somebody else's ego space.
Be themselves.
Yes, sir.
Uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted.
Yeah.
You study.
Yeah. Pharrell Williams, thanks, man.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.